say
Top Billin. Patreon.com/Top Billin for full unedited videos and exclusive content that will never hit YouTube. Make sure you're there. I'm beyond impressed with this Seattle Seahawks defense. I knew this shit was coming. I tried to warn you guys. We shall see when the competition ramps up as far as the offensive personnel goes, how they respond. But I don't see no reason why this isn't a top, at the very least, a top 10 defense, pushing top 5, if not pushing perhaps to be the very best defense in the league. Mike McDonald is in his bag. Coach McDonald, right? All respect. Coach McDonald, you know, so I still got that player in me. I got to call him Coach. Coach McDonald sending a double Cobra blitz right here, right? Josh Jobe and Rick Woolen here, who's softer than a toddler's ass, right? There's no need to send him, right? So I would imagine if this was Devin Witherspoon out here being sent, this shit is even more crazy. But you can see these guys work. Look, you're going to see Ernest Jones, he's going to carry his portion of the zone, peel off of that, and then make an interception from his knees. From his knees. Ernest Jones, how many all-pro elite level players is Seattle working with right now? Watch him carry on the inside right here, come off of that, and then jocka. What? Now, that's a bad throw by my man Dr. Stroud, CJ Stroud, who I still believe in since, you know what I'm saying, since Ohio State days when it was him and Njigba, Jaxon Smith-Njigba here, ball in the belly of the beast here. Look at that. Ernest Jones turns, carries, runs with Dalton Schultz there. When he vacates that zone, right, and that man's eyes becomes right back centered. Time to relook and research for work right there. Josh Jobe getting there. Rick Woolen, not quite, right? Scared of contact there. Those that join, and look at this. This shit was behind even him, and he's able to still make the catch. He's leading the team in interceptions, right? Come on, man. Ernest Jones is a bad dude. And, of course, you got the guys up front. Now, what does this look like if you're C.J. Stroud? Was Big Leonard Williams there in your sideline, all kinds of people there, Josh Jobe around your waist, throwing it right to the other team. Great catch by Ernest Jones, though. Man, outstanding work. I can't wait to see the all-22 for a better angle on this one right here. Nick Emenwari defending this in-breaking route by Nico Collins. Josh Jobe is beat, right? He's beat with the early pandemic, right? Early pandemic social distancing. But look, man, who's coming out here? That big-ass freak, Nick Emenwari, jumping the damn route. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at the ground he covers with the length. Man, that is cold. This kid was once again all over the field. I said it right in my last drawing right before this one. How do you justify taking Nick Emenwari off the field? Right? I know all you guys love Devin Witherspoon, but there's some stuff that he can do that Devin Witherspoon just can't. And we saw him defending down the field. You can see what makes DeMarcus Lawrence special. He's great, obviously rushing the passer, but he's equally as great against the run. Like, they didn't give him any credit on this particular play, but if you look at this, he's the first responder, right? Trying to run this weak zone on him, and look at him, bang, he took the offensive lineman, bench pressed him, and it was a wrap. Look at this, right? You get good edge contained. DeMarcus Lawrence and Uchenna Nwosu on the same side. I love that shit, right? Every time they do that right there. But you can see him, right? He reestablishes the line of scrimmage, defensive gentrification, and look at him uncover, and boom, he's the first in on it. This was a hell of a play. These dudes in short yardage were absolutely working it tonight. No doubt about that shit, bro. I love that, man. DeMarcus Lawrence, them boys fired up. Look at it again. Watch DeMarcus Lawrence. I think he's right here. Right? Look at him. Got this man hemmed up by his shirt lapel. Right? How you get hemmed up by your shirt lapel and then your eyes start to look like egg whites and shit, right? He's concussed from his shirt lapel. But look, bang, right there, head on the outside, getting by with a little help from his friends. Man, crazy. Byron Murphy in on it, Okada in on it. Like I said before, it's like a pack of wild wolves out there with the Seattle Seahawks defense. Bro, your man Coach McDonald is playing with people. How you call a fire zone and the two people you drop out happens to be one, Leonard Williams, and then DeMarcus Lawrence. Arguably your two best pass rushers, right? This was incredible to watch. Look at this. Bluff the joint. And look, my man dropped in the hook zone, right? They threw a swing on him. And look who's out there in space like a linebacker. You're 6'6", 310, 315 pound, all-world defensive lineman, put it that way. He can play anywhere there. Look at him work inside out, right? Forcing them back inside. What are we doing here? Come on, man. What did I just see? I need to see that again. Look at this. Boom, he bluffed it. Got on the hook curl, and is damn near breaking down his space, making the play, man. Come on. This dude needs severe recognition. They jobbed him on the All-Pro team last year. He needs to be Defensive Player of the Year. Emmett Worry again. This time, you can see them with the slide protection coming off of this back to the basket play action fake, right? So you get people sliding over, but you still get kind of a breach here. And the eternal clock from my man Dr. Stroud was sped up something serious that he was just making some goofy mistakes, right? He throws this shit, right? He pretty much threw that shit right to Emmett Worry. You get outbreaking route here by the slot receiver, and Emmett Worry jumps this shit and undercuts it. Damn, they could have had himself a pick six. As a matter of fact, man, it felt like it was like 3 or 4 interception drops by Seattle in this game right here. Look at that. Ride with that shit and then undercut it. He was right there. Right there. Heady shit by the rookie. Look at it. Ernest Jones on the drop-off, right? Having Ernest Jones and Drake Thomas, 2 guys who can cover on the inside, yo, that's different, right? That's some different shit right there. And you see Emmett Worry right here, sees it all the way on Braxton Berrios, undercuts that shit. Boom, gets himself a PBU. Man, how do both of your off-ball linebackers end up making a play like this, man? This Seattle Seahawks defense is so fun to watch. You see them fan out right here on the blocks. Everyone's washing down. Nobody's climbing to the second level. So you get that backside pursuit by Ernest Jones and that front side approach by Drake Thomas. And Drake Thomas was definitely balling. And we know Ernest Jones is one of the best, if not the best, doing it. Bang! No sirree, Bob. Come on, man. Right? That's poor planning on the Texans' part right there. I would never leave Ernest Jones unblocked, right? I'd have to have somebody climb under him no matter what. I'd leave everybody else unblocked but him, right? Well, not everybody else, right? You can't – this is a defense you can't actually leave anyone unblocked, right? It has to be man on man. Even the quarterback has the block, right? The running back has the block while he has the ball, right? Too many people can get to the quarterback and running back there, and as you see here, an assisted tackle between both of your damn inside linebackers. What? Or your off-ball linebackers. Some of this goal line stuff is so premium, elite. When you can get a couple of doubles and your guys not move off the spot, as the case with Byron Murphy and Leonard Williams here, you essentially keep these guys clean. You see Ty Okada come here. He's going to establish presence in the gap. You see him establish presence in the gap by using the man against himself, right? He used Andrews right here against himself, and then he forced this, right? He plugged and then shrugged. Okada comes through, and Byron Murphy shrugging off a double as well, getting rid of the sanitation. Look at this. Bang, boom, bang. One more time. Bang, boom, bang. Did you see that? Instead of being scared of contact, right, with this combo block, he meets it, forces that lineman into this gap, which forces Marks here to have to crease this right into the waiting arms of who? Drake Thomas himself, because he plugged this gap, shrug it, and then get after it. Boom. And look at Byron Murphy right here. Detached from the block, right? Disengage, able to stop that, and then Ty Okada as well. Outstanding. Loving the fabricated pressure packages that Mac McDonald is doing. You get Uchenna on the drop, Ernest Jones on the drop. But I want you to see right here with Ty Okada coming, and what do you do if you're CJ Stroud? Right? You're going to replace it, right? If you're going to throw right into his direction, you would want to throw right here. But what happens? You get Josh Jobe in man coverage, and he takes inside leverage. Right, so they want to throw this hot to Nico Collins coming on the inside here, but Josh Jobe plays it with inside leverage, takes that away. Then where's C.J. Stroud going to go with something that needs quick game? Because you leave him unblocked. Perfect. We saw that? See, he looked right there. Right there. You only have A split second to make that decision right there. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with the ball, but look, you can't do anything about that. You're going to throw an interception no matter what. He has to just eat this drawing. And, of course, Ty Okada right there on the blitz. Boom. Your boy Murph back here with Profit X, a peer-to-peer sports prediction exchange that's sweeping the country from right here in the good old US of A. Listen, stop going up against the books and start going up against your peers. That's the basis of sports predictions. You and your buddies talking that trash and one of y'all collecting that cash. And there's plenty of cash available at Profit X, as they only take a cut off what you negotiate with your winning wager, not necessarily profiting off losses. If you're trying to get the best prices on any player props, money line, spreads, and the whole nine, you know it'll be against other players where you can set your own odds and once again welcome all challengers. Use promo code TOPBILLIN and claim up to $200 in profit cash on all plays for the first 30 days playing on the site. Terms and conditions apply. All right, let's get to it. What we doing this week? I'm on it early, man, because you know I'm a huge hoops head. And, of course, we have some good slates coming up, right? I want to go to my 76ers right here. Laying out 138 with the Celtics. I'm going with this bad boy, man. I believe in my team this year. We got some really good stuff going on with the addition of VJ Edgecombe, a healthy Tyrese Maxey, healthy Joel Embiid, healthy Paul George. We know none of that won't happen, but we shall see. 82-game season, so we don't go much on this. I'll do 25 on it. 25 to win 33. Let's get it. I posed this question on the Patreon, and nobody wants to answer this shit, right? When Devin Witherspoon returns, obviously we know when Julian Love returns, he returns to his post. But when Devin Witherspoon returns, what do? Do you sit Nick Emmanwori? Or do you sit Josh Jobe, who's arguably the best man cover guy on the team? Look at this drawing right here by Nico Collins. They're in the chicken fighting stage, right? That was gangster right there. I got to see that again. What happened? Boom, they both take it to the head, but my man took it worse, right? So, bang, he got a little bit of somnambulism right there, so he's running on autopilot right there. But Josh Jobe continues to fight, getting that leverage, and then you can see, right? Still in the chicken fighting stage, still in the war zone. He's able to track, get his hands in there, rip through this shit right there, going against Nico Collins, a guy who I have a ton of respect for, that I've known since he was in high school. That guy can play some football, man, and Josh Jobe and him were battling. No doubt about that. Bang. Made him pop his head off the turf, too, right? It was just that C.J. Stroud was so rattled because that offensive line was getting destroyed by the Seahawks defensive line. One hand watches the other, both watch the face. And another one, inside-out coverage, Drake Thomas on Dalton Schultz. And look at this right here. He plays this well. You see the push-off there? Right, he flattens that down. He's right on it, shit. But look who's coming. Johnny on the spot, peeling off of his zone, coming back in here. Another one that should have been picked off by Josh Jobe, right? That's that inside-out trap coverage, right? You coming in and you think it's all good, going to the out route, and you don't lead your man far enough downfield. You got a heady defender like Josh Jobe, he going to be on it, man. Dang. How many missed opportunities for that Seahawks defense? You better stop messing with Drake Thomas in coverage. This dude is special. Look at him turning track like a DB. Look at this. Boom. Gets himself a PBU. Man, where are they finding these dudes at, man? This is some good shit by Schneider, John Sniper, and his personnel department. Another missed opportunity here. This one was kind of weird. But you get slide protection from the line, which works in favor of the Seattle Seahawks because you get that line slants right here. And then you get Ernest Jones coming around that mountain when he comes. C.J. Stroud here is looking like, I'm not sure. Maybe it was going to be a kind of a green dog situation. But if you look at it, Ernest Jones does not have Marks, the running back. Drake Thomas does here. So it looks like Ernest Jones is going to be sent on a fire here. But he kind of slow plays that shit and then gets downhill, and then all hell breaks loose. I'm not sure what my man Dr. Stroud was doing there, but he fumbles that shit. And Drake Thomas picks this drawing up, right? Picks this up, not securing it. He's looking like, I'm about to score. Boom. He gets blue balls, right? He does not score. What are we doing, right? Some of y'all have been in that predicament. I have not been in that predicament, right? You think you about to score, and it don't happen for you that way. But look, bang. Man, did he cross the? No, he didn't cross the goal line. Damn, hell of a play by Marks, staying in the play there. Hell of a hustle. The Texans, man, they didn't give up. To the very last whistle, they were going hard. That defense is nasty. It's as advertised, no doubt. Both defenses were as advertised there. But another missed opportunity. Look, I wanted to come back. I mean, this just whet the appetite a little bit. I wanted to get on my man, Njigba, right? No Diddy. Of course, he's been killing it, right? You still have some people who just, you know what I was about to say. They're not bright. They still talking about Dennis Rodman Jr. himself, and if he was there, what he would be doing and all this. He wouldn't be doing nothing but causing confusion and shit because he would be pouting because the number one wide receiver on the team, as I've been saying for the past couple of seasons, is Jaxon Smith-Njigba. More talented than that dude, more talented than pretty much, man, the majority of the players in the league at his position. I've been trying to tell y'all, man, this is the dude that I followed since he was in high school. I wanted him bad on the Philadelphia Eagles, and it didn't happen. You guys ended up getting yourself a gem, and you can see he's leading the league. He's becoming a superstar, and that damn dunk he had was nasty, right? Once again, doing some stupid shit, but that dunk, the dunk itself was nasty. Bull got hops, no doubt about that. But yeah, I wanted to look at that and see what's going on with the offensive line. Anthony Bradford, man, he's still trash dookie, man. I've been trying to see the bright side of Anthony Bradford, but man, the penalties, some of the mistakes that he's making in pass pro, yeah, he definitely can do better than Anthony Bradford, but he's still better than Christian Haynes. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes there. Sam Darnold had some damn good throws in this one, right? He had some throws I know he would want back, some decisions he would want back as well, but we'll dive into the offense then. All right, with that being said, much love to everybody out there. Patreon.com/TopBillin. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're getting those full unedited videos when they do the content ID claims. When they're not, the videos don't have to go on there, but I have plenty as far as the exclusive content that won't hit YouTube, right? And then we'll get a little bit of a chat going here soon as well. Salute.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.